Top spot in the standings on the line tonight. It's expected to be a battle of the ages. Welcome to the Toronto Rock Athletic Center as Week 13 in the Arena Lacrosse League rolls on with the Brampton Express facing off against the Toronto Monarchs. Hello again, Lance Wynn working alongside my partner in crime, Blair Campbell. Thanks for joining us. Hope you are having a great St. Paddy's weekend. Let's get right to the starting goalies for the visitors from Brampton. It'll be Lucas Nagy. Comes in a perfect 6-0. His goals against a minuscule 9.70, save percentage .826. At the other end, it'll be Sam Haynes, 3-1 record. His goals against 12.07 and his save percentage .745. Head coaches for the Express in his first season behind the bench, Jeff Dowling. His assistants are Todd Wilfong, Dylan Evans, and Kevin Haynes. Of course, it'll be a substitute co-coaching crew for them. And the Monarchs in his first season, Bobby DeBrone is the head coach. His assistants are Sean Gillies, Nick Krepensek, and Justin Kirby Wilson. Officials for today's game, another outstanding crew. Joel Firmhand Furman is a crew chief. He's joined by Mark Sandman Sands and Mark Smith, if that is really his real name. And as we get started here, Blair, you had a chance to, first off, glad to have you back in the booth. Had a chance to speak to both coaches. You did. Talk to me about some of the keys to the game here as these two teams come in red hot. One has won 5 straight, the other 7 straight.
Well, the biggest key to the game as far as the Monarchs are concerned is keep doing what they've done all year. They've been strong offense, strong defense, play their game, play hard, and play smart. When it comes to Brampton, the biggest thing that Brampton's got is they cannot give this Monarchs team power plays. They will kill them. The other two is make sure they get their personnel off the floor so their offense has a chance and maximize their clock time.
Be good to see if these teams can sort of even each other out. As you take a look, Parker Pfeiffer with a shot well out. He's having himself an outstanding season. These are the two top teams currently in the Arena Lacrosse League. Of course, the Express come in with a 9-2 record. They have rolled to 5 straight wins. The Monarchs sitting at 10-2. They have won 7 straight, and 6 of those 7 wins have been come from behind. Toronto, the masters at that. Early on, these two teams going back and forth, no real advantage, and a good call on the crease will give possession to the Monarchs as we are just underway here, and D'Amico will give way. Dan Williams will work it. They'll start at half boards. Joel Taylor, and he's been an outstanding addition to this Toronto club. But boy, Blair, that left side, dangerous with Jordan Dance, Henry Fellows, and company.
The thing that makes that left side so dangerous is the right side, the way they can pass the ball and hit the left side. And if you remember when these two teams played earlier this year, Brampton basically lost the game in like the last 4 minutes of the game when Toronto was able to get their offense on the floor and Brampton couldn't get their defense off.
That was a 13-11 win January 27th for the Monarchs. And in between time, you could see here ball loose as no one clearly with the advantage at the offensive end for either team as Mitch Zulian. He'll give way, and another trip here for the Monarchs offense, and it's Pfeiffer. Out there working Dan Williams on that side. Henry follows, and there's Jordan Dance. Dance, quick shot, and it slides through. So Lucas Nagy stopped the tough one, let the easy one slide in, and a good start for the Monarchs. They're on the board first.
And this was just a shot that basically straight overhand shot over top of the Brampton defenseman. There's still time left. Nagy made the save, but unfortunately it bounced through the 5-hole down and just got over the line on him. Tough one to take, but lots of time to play.
First of the game for Jordan Dance, his 35th goal of the season. So he, of course, one of the leading point getters. And Mick Volkov had his pass knocked down by Ben Heidecker, who will tiptoe around that crease line and finally pocket it. And they'll move it up. Gonna have to hurry. Good pass there, dancing on the line, and getting it over the line was Tanner Buck. And They'll wait for the rest of the offense. Tyler Davis out there. Joel Taylor now with the ball. Takes a solid cross check from Volkov. Bounces off. Gets it to Davis. Looking behind the net to Buck. Nothing doing there. Good battle. Buck still has it. Tries to go for the dunk, and that's a crease call. And Blair, I had a chance to have a conversation with Lucas Nagy, and this was a couple of weeks back. And Lucas had a beef with me because he said that we called the game, and every time he let in a bad goal, which really wasn't all that often, as Sutherland with a good shot, you would say that was a weak goal and he should have stopped it. I would say, well, you can't stop everything. He said that I should stop being so nice and that you should give it to him straight. Okay, so well, I was like, okay, Lucas.
I think realistically what I was trying to say was it's one he'd like to have back from that far out.
Well, listen, he said you rip into him all you want as Horsley taken hard. Good job by Pfeiffer, both ends. Patrick Corbin in there battling for it, as is Thompson. Thompson will come away with it, move it up. Joel Taylor one-on-one. He'll wait for some help. We're under 11 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Monarchs with a 1-0 lead. One-on-one. Buck. Volkov doing a good job defensively on him. Good, solid cross-check in there. Kick back out. Taylor will let the carom go to Thompson. They'll work it back to Taylor. Taylor's shot way out. Good save by Nagy off the shoulder. Ball loose now. And Volkov now is going to bring it over the timeline. And he's been a welcome addition to the Arena Lacrosse League this season, Nick Volkov. And he'll give way to Jeff Roy. Jeff Roy takes the screen and roll from Ryan Campbell. Both battling for it. Good job there by Gay to pocket that. And Julian Gay now going to look for some assistance. Going to have to move it, and he does. Gets it to Aaron Walker. Walker now, he'll flip to Dan Williams. Williams worked the right side. Toronto has been the masters of the quick stick finish there, Blair. Last time we did a game here, they put on a clinic. Jordan Dance, speaking of clinics, that's his second goal of the game, back-to-back goals from the Dancer.
That's not one I can use the line that we were talking about he'd like it back. Yes, it was from far out, but it was a three-quarter underhand sidearm that bounced in front of the crease. And with that situation, Nagy was going down. That ball came back up and hit him right about the waist height. And it's one of those shots that's one of the toughest shots for a goalie to stop, period.
Well, look who's being the nice guy now, huh? Interesting little change there.
No.
You watch, he might get mad
Honesty.
at you. He might get mad
Honesty.
at you. Listen, I know how hard it was for you to get that word out. I know how hard it was. It was a bit of a struggle, but we're going to work through it, okay? Gage Board, one of the mainstays on this Brampton team, rings it off the post. Tried to corral the rebound, and instead it's Heidecker, and he has it pop out of his stick. He'll collect it, and I think that might be a back-in call, and that is the case.
It looks like Brampton may be sitting down trying to not allow Toronto to get over that line and press them inside their own end.
Well, back to work on offense are the Express. Campbell at the top, working out there with Sutherland. That shot stopped as Campbell had a good look, but it was from a tough angle now, and it's Mitch Zulian. Zulian, the speedster, hesitates, slide through two defenders, and gets it over the timeline. Under 9 minutes to go, opening quarter. Two top teams in the Arena Lacrosse League battling here. Winner will claim first place for the time being anyway, as Williams takes a good hard cross check from Zach McDonald. That one in close, just popped out a follow stick. No reset. Shot clock violation. Possession will go up to Brampton. Good defensive hold by the Express. Going to give these two teams a...
I couldn't see with a ball in it up.
Well, luckily you're not on the floor, Blair, or else that would have been a problem. Half boards, Geoffroy ducks in, tries to go to the sidearm, wide of the mark, rebound, Menzies. He'll pick it up, and Cody Menzies' pass just eluded Geoffroy as it went up and out of play. And the Monarchs now will take possession. The Express haven't looked all that comfortable in any offensive set yet, Blair. We'll see if they can't shake that. Joel Taylor weaving through, almost picked the corner. We're going to have our first penalty. And I think they're probably I think it's going to be a slashing call, but that, of course, I guess either way, that'll give the Monarchs first power play opportunity. And they are dangerous, like you alluded to, Blair. 79% efficiency with the man advantage.
Well, here's the first. Guess who's not in the shooter position? Mr. Pfeiffer.
Well, that is true, but Joel Taylor, you don't lose a whole lot with him. You got Pfeiffer in the crease. Look for the interchange. Jordan Dance at the top, working with Buck and follows on that left side. And Dance with a shot. Nagy, good job shrugging the shoulders, making the save. Think you'd like to see a little more movement from that Toronto power play. As Penn Estrat, he has been outstanding this season for the Express, both ends of the carpet. He has been a transition demon. And now Board will send it over Sutherland. Some pressure. They'll look to burn some clock. Under 10 on the shot clock. Sutherland lets it go. Whole lot of bounce. Didn't hit a whole lot except the rafters. And with 7:16 to go, we will have our first officials timeout. And Blair, that'll give us an opportunity just to take this time. The Arena Lacrosse League would certainly like to acknowledge the commitment and dedication that the players have shown throughout this season. This has been a bit of a different season, season 6 for the All. And I think between the coaches and the players, they've shown their loyalty not only to the Arena Lacrosse League but to the sport. And we just want to make sure that people understand that we here at the All, it's about the players' commitment, their financial commitment off the top, and then our commitment to make sure that these guys get as much exposure and the opportunities that were promised.
Yeah, we're definitely looking for some way, if it's possible, to help them advance at some point or towards some point in their career. Granted, not all of them are going to get that opportunity, but as a league, we've put a lot of players up at that level. And that's not blowing our horn. That's just basically saying these guys are doing what they can do to get to that level.
Over 150 players have been sent to the NLL in the last 6 seasons, and a good save there by Nagy off Buck. Buck fishing for it. Tanner Buck dancing on that crease line, picks the far corner. So a power play marker for the Monarchs, and they are off to a 3-0 start.
And the biggest situation in this is the 2 Brampton players both went at the ball player instead of picking up the ball, which was sitting right at their feet.
Brampton just seems a little bit sluggish, Blair, at this moment. They don't seem to be rolling on all cylinders as they are. And really what's different is usually the Monarchs are trailing at this point. And not the case, though, as both teams pretty ramped up for this one. Zach Sutherland gets a step. He'll curl back out, looking for something. Finds Joffroy. Joffroy had Campbell floating in the middle, didn't see him. They'll swing it around. Campbell, Sutherland. 10 on the shot clock. Skip pass. That one from Joffroy right on target. Good save there by Haynes. And now the Monarchs will move it back. 6.5 to go.
Toronto's doing a hell of a job, pardon me, right now of closing off that middle and not letting the cuts go through.
Not a lot has gone in that dotted half circle. Screen and roll. Pfeiffer, beautiful pass. Davis wasn't able to connect. That went off the post and out of play, so a fresh 30 for the Monarchs. They'll reset with Pfeiffer, half wall right side. Pfeiffer curling around, looking for the screen and roll. Nothing doing there. Corbett in there battling for it, and you see Patrick Corbett usually wearing that white helmet. Different look now for Mr. Corbett, 44, having himself an outstanding season. Jonah Beam works it over the timeline, and he'll flip to Jeff Wittig. Good to have Jeff Wittig back in the Arena Lacrosse League. Delayed penalty coming to the Monarchs. Right down low, and point blank. Jonah Beam finally gets the Express on the board.
And the funny part of that is they didn't even have the 6 men. They were still, that was a 5-on-5 goal. The 6th man was just about 10 feet from the bench. But this is a situation where a pick and a slide, and nobody goes with the beam when he slid down past the pick.
Good job of moving without the ball, Jonah Beam. That is his first goal of this game, and first goal for the Express. It's a 3-1 game. Off the draw, Beam again. He'll flip, and it's Gage Board. And we brought up Gage Board a number of times, Blair, and just an all-round consummate professional and outstanding teammate. Has a great skill set, too, as finding a man right on that crease. And it was Ryan Campbell. He just wasn't able to pocket it back the other way. D'Amico puts on the Jets, curls out, finds Buck. Buck off the crossbar. So Tanner Buck managed to beat Nagy, but not the iron. And now Geoffroy's going to bring it over the timeline. 5 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Menzies slide it over, skip it right back, and Jeff Whitting will let that one go wide of the mark. Loose behind the net will filter out to the crease, and Haynes will scoop it. Good outlet pass, and away goes Thompson. Taylor will set it up. He'll work with Williams on the right side, kick it back out to the dancer. They'll work it to Davis. Everyone got a touch here. Follows. Oh, he's quick. Jordan Dance backhand try. Beauty passes. Dance on the doorstep. Double team. Dance and Williams forced a turnover. And that is I'm not even sure. That was a good check that forced the turnover. And now Volkov.
They called the illegal pick before the check.
Okay. Thank you very much, partner, as Ryan Campbell now gets past Campbell Parker, but peels out, finds Draminski. They'll swing it around Sutherland. Sutherland trying to duck in. Has his stick taken right out of his hands and not too happy about it as Ethier puts on the brakes, hustles his way over the timeline. Good effort there and a good job defensively by the Monarchs. Parker Pfeiffer, been deadly and still is. Oh, the Fife Dog, first of the game, 33rd of the season, and it's a 4-1 lead.
I don't know how many times you got to say this, but you can't give a guy like this that much room from 25 feet out. You just can't do that. You've got to shut that door. You've got to close the distance, stop the shot. But you got to admit, it's still a great shot.
I tell you, that dotted half circle really is just a marker.
Yep.
Because these guys can fire it from anywhere, off the draw. 3.5 minutes to go here, opening quarter. Gage Board going to settle things down here, see if they can't find a bit of a groove, the Express. Held to just one goal so far. Board behind the net. Menzies kicks out Geoffroy. Nothing doing there. Good defense. 10 on the shot clock. Geoffroy looking for the flip. Doesn't get it. Takes a shot on target. Haynes a save. Rebound loose. Kick back out. Geoffroy couldn't get it. Instead, the Monarchs will pick it up, and it's Gay. Williams. Really, so far, we've seen everything come from that left side as Pfeiffer curls out. 10 on the shot clock, and too much on that. That's going to be an illegal cross-check. So you see Boyle not happy with it, and him and Taylor exchange a few words.
And I have no doubt Brock Taylor's not the easiest guy to knock on his butt. So that had to be a pretty hard check for that to be, and for it to be called on a pick, 100% it's got to be a hard check for an illegal cross check.
I think that has to really be a check from behind to do that, because pretty lenient about the screens. Either way, first power play opportunity for the Express, 62% efficiency, so they are dangerous. Sutherland, you could tell, not happy from the previous play. You can see that carrying over. Geoffroy out there, Campbell at the top, Mikhail Chelin on that crease, swing it back out. Campbell took his eye off it, but still has plenty of time. Standing in that middle is Geoffroy. Sutherland battling for it. And just too much. And I tell you, Cromer and Sutherland's not too happy at the moment. Geoffroy, again, they continue to pepper Haynes, but that one right off the face mask.
Yeah, it actually went right up underneath the face mask. He's got one of those little chokers hanging down over his neck, and it went right up between that and the mask, and ball just disappeared and stayed there.
I didn't see a timeout called on the play.
No, there wasn't. The referees blew it because it hit him in the mask.
Okay. You see Haynes over there. I think he's going to check his face mask, make sure it's all in one piece. Earlier today, it was the Oshawa Outlaws with a convincing 22-9 win over the Peterborough Timbermen. Oshawa keeps pace with the top dogs in the league. They now sit with a 9-3 record. Friday night's makeup game from the previous snowstorm saw the Oswegan Bears run ramshot over the Six Nations Snipers. 21-9 the final there.
Yeah, no quit there, I'll tell you.
No quit. Those Bears, boy, they come to play. Doesn't matter how many of them, they come to play. We're under 2 minutes now. Monarchs are going to look to burn some of this time here. At least 15 more seconds follows. Dangerous first step and very elusive.
Watch out if they get the ball behind the net to Dance.
Shot clock winding down. There's Dance, quick shot on target, just like you called, Coach. And now the Express will go to work with under a minute and a half to go opening quarter. Campbell out there with Geoffroy, Sunderland, and filtering through Jaminski on that left side. Geoffroy, and those shots from way out. As Campbell took a late hit. That one goes out of play. We'll stay right here. Fresh clock. 22 seconds left in the man advantage. Geoffroy, Campbell to Sutherland, and that was nicely done. So Sutherland now you can see head just a bit cooler, took something off that Blair and picked that nice low corner.
Yeah, and finally they get the ball moving. They get the ball high, get it down low from Campbell. He watched Sutherland all the way across. He knew where he was going with that ball as soon as it got in his stick. He was just waiting for Sutherland to clear that one guy.
First of the game, 33rd goal of the season for Zach Sutherland. And it's a 4-2 game as we are just under a minute to go here in this opening quarter. Brampton looking to try to close the gap here, trailing by 2. Campbell gets a screen, peels around looking for the roll. Good defense there by the Monarchs. And now Gutch Salinas will move it up over the timeline. Good transition defense by the Express. Chance here for the Monarchs. On the dump in, Salinas remain out there on offense, battling for it, and through the crease will give it back to the Express. 28 seconds on the game clock. Jonah Beam. Beam will give it up, and now Jaminski will let the clock tick down. Work it around the net. Back out to the top, Sutherland. 10 on the game clock. Jaminski gonna have to go one-on-one. Flips it, almost turned it over. Geoffroy trying to duck in. Game clock 2. Late shot, wide of the mark, and 15 are in the books here at the track. 4-2. Monarchs. We'll be back with the second quarter after. Welcome back as we're getting set for the second quarter. A bit of a delay as wardrobe malfunction in Sam Haynes' mask. Looks like it's repaired. And Blair, that'll give us a chance to talk a little about the first opening 15 minutes. 4-2 for the Monarchs. But either way, both these two teams used to scoring more than 4 or 2 goals in a quarter.
Brampton right now should consider themselves very lucky to be within 2 goals because Toronto has played great defensively, shut down everything through the middle on them, and any shot they've got has come from the outside, with the exception of the 2 goals that they've got. So full kudos, full marks to Toronto for everything they've done so far. Right now, Brampton, I think, is happy to be within 2 goals.
And off the draw, it's McDonald that gobbles up the loose ball but loses it. And the Monarchs now will counter the other way. It's Thompson. So McDonald on him. Thompson does a good job to elude a couple defenders. Gets it over to Taylor. Taylor now gets a step. Taylor goes airborne. What a beauty move. Taylor in the air. Faked like he was going to one corner and put it in the other before he hit the carpet.
In the bottom line in this situation, Brampton gets caught with everybody up the floor and no help sliding down. But having said that, that first step that Boyd made was absolutely perfect. He was gone from the time right in front of the bench.
Taylor with his first of the game. He's got 8 goals this season. But he comes in with 17 helpers and he hasn't played all the games. And McDonald now takes a solid cross check. Ball loose. Good job by Thompson. He's been a workhorse up to this point. And Campbell tried to skip it across to Sutherland. Had it picked up to speedy Mitch Julian. And he'll think better of it. Didn't have the numbers and he'll pull it back out. Give way to Tanner Buck. Buck looking for a screen, working with follows. Kick it back out, swing it around to the right side. Corbett. Buck shot quick. Almost had it through the 5-hole. Nagy closed it up. And now Sutherland with Medeiros and Estrat. But good defense by the Monarchs as they're back in a hurry and don't allow for any fast break opportunity. They'll start at half boards. Jeff Wittig. Kick it back out. Sutherland has some room. He goes to the bullet. So Sutherland, with a bit of a chip on his shoulder today, pockets his second of the game.
I think that was just one of those goals where it's one of these situations where I'm PO'd and I'm taking this shot and I don't care who gets in the way. And he just picked the top corner over Brown's left shoulder. That was a perfect top corner shot.
Yeah, it'd be hard to blame any netminder for that one. That's just a BB from Sutherland, who can shoot the ball with the best of them.
And again, when he gets time and space like that, in order to do that, guess what?
And we're watching here. We can see once he gets that little bit of room, that little buffer, he's dangerous. As off the draw, Ben Heidecker, he's going to wait. And Taylor now will kickstart this offensive set. Follows and Davis out there on the left side. Davis trying to duck into one, gets it over, and it's Williams. Williams looking for an open man, kicks it over, follows to Karam. Got to hurry, 3 on the shot clock. Follows just going to have to dump it, and he does. That'll be a violation. Possession to the Express. So a good hold for Brampton. Let's see if some solid defense can lead to some better offense here as they're trailing by 2. They'll work it half boards, left side. Kick it back out. Campbell at the top. Chelland and Sutherland on this right side. Sutherland looking for the flip back. Couldn't get it to Chelland. Haynes will pick it up and send away Ethier. Ethier with Boyle on him. And now it's Jordan Dance. Dance spins off a check. Flips it back. Pfeiffer trying to spin as well. 5 on the shot clock. Going to have to let her rip. And it's Corbett, and he does. Saved by Nagy. Ball loose in the dotted half circle. And it's Pfeiffer that picks it up. Fresh clock for the Monarchs. Taylor will swing it around. Buck Skip, quick stick, and almost pocketed the rebound was Jordan Dance off his own shot. Instead, the express counter the other way. Jeff Roy, wrong stick side.
Wow.
And as a coach, you'd say no, yes, as Jeff Roy.
I hate to say it, but I was about to sit up here and go, no, because I could see him looking to shoot.
And I think he may have surprised Sam Haynes as well, as you can see there.
I know. We got a little bit of a technical problem up here with cords. But, yeah, you're right. That was, honestly, I swear to God, the words were coming out of my mouth. No. Okay, whatever.
Listen, you better stop. Once you start swearing to God, we're all in trouble, okay? Volkov sends it down. 5-4 game as the Express have found a bit of a comfort zone now. Campbell eludes one defender, kicks it back out, board. He'll swing it around, 15 on the shot clock. Wittig working one-on-one. Back out to Campbell. Campbell will look. Working down to Menzies. Menzies trying to play that rebound, couldn't, and back comes Zulian the other way. We really never expected a lead of more than 2 really in this game, Blair, as these two heavyweights going blow for blow. Follows. Good check by Estrat, strips him, and now Penn Estrat the other way. Back door, looking for Jaminski, and he's tackled. So,
and I believe I thought he was
Taylor.
calling a penalty shot, but he's just calling a hold. Whoa, I thought he had done this.
Yeah, well, there would have been a flag thrown for sure. It doesn't matter what the sport. And you can see here, so it may just be, and it is, Blair, it is a penalty shot. So it'll be Jaminski against Haynes. Jaminski finds the back of the net.
Well, that's a different way to tie up a game.
Definitely not your traditional way, but I think unlike hockey, clearly in lacrosse, the breakaway favors the offensive player, not the goaltender.
Yeah, and it's not so much that, but to get that, all it is in this game is you've got to be clear of the man. You don't have to have a full step on him. And in that situation, I think Dubinsky was clear, and it was pretty obvious that he got – the only thing he didn't get there was hogtied.
The only thing missing there was the rope, for sure.
Yeah.
We are tied 5-5 with 10:45 to go here in the first half. Stepping into one was Jeff Roy, and that almost slipped through Haynes, but a good job by Aaron Walker. They're going to have to hurry to get it over the timeline, and Thompson will do just that. 3-on-2 Monarchs. Thompson with Heidecker. Heidecker wide of the mark. Rebound, wide open net, and it's the Pipe Dog.
Guess who?
Parker Pfeiffer again.
If we didn't know any better, I'd swear he put that shot off the boards on purpose, knowing their numbers. Because look at this. Almost put it purposely wide, knowing it'd come out the other side. I'm not saying he did. I'm saying it looked like it.
Well, listen, initially I was about to say, I don't know, maybe you're using your glass eye and not your real one. But you may have been right there. That looked an awful lot like
a set play.
It did. It just came off there just too perfectly, and it was a wide open net. So Monarchs regain the lead. Estrat battling back, gets possession, kicks it. Volkov ducks in on the run, thinks better of it. Good defense there by the Monarchs.
Also,
as they close that off.
Good play by Volkov to pull it out and let the offense get on the floor.
Menzies, 10 on the shot clock. Takes a hard hit. Loses it as Follows took him out. And still battling at Sutherland, and he'll just dump it in the corner. So Follows doing a good job both ends of the carpet. As we know how dangerous he is on offense, held his own there on D. Buck, 9.5 to go, opening half. Davis working one-on-one. Kicks it down. Dance. Dangerous down there. Skip pass. Pfeiffer looking for an opening. Returns the Skip Buck with a quick shot. Good save, rebound. And what a play by Jordan Dance. No one dances around that crease like 23. And I don't know what Joel Taylor did.
He got it almost a technical. Unsportsmanlike conduct is what the call was. And I'll tell you what, he better shut it because he's not far from leaving here.
Well, I think he's lucky because I thought Joel Furman was about to toss him. And Taylor just had way too much to say, and that goes back to the first quarter. And then the illegal cross-check call on the screen. And I assure you, throwing your stick in the penalty box is not going to do any favors for yourself or your team.
They better, on that bench, get him settled down, or they're going to be without him real quick.
So the Monarchs with a 7-5 lead, but the Express with their second power play opportunity of the game, they're 1 for 1. And they'll go back to work, having some trouble getting their personnel out there. They do. Jeff Roy at the top. Campbell, no look. Sutherland has room on target. Good save, and back the other way come the Monarchs. Ethier looking out the back door has Williams. Good coverage, though, by Horsley. And now they'll look to burn some clock, the Monarchs. Under a minute and a half to go in the penalty. 10 on the shot clock. Flip down, Dance. Dance, quick shot on the mark. Nagy was expecting that. And now back come the Express and the offense back out there with under 8.5 to go. Same unit out there. Jeff Roy at the top. Campbell down on that left crease. A quick shot, and Jeff Roy surveyed it. Kept his eyes strictly on Haynes and buried it in the corner.
But again, the thing that made this work was they got the ball moving. They got the defense turning. Right there, the ball goes low to the crease. Defense turns to look at the ball, gets the ball right back out to the top of the power play, and there's the shot. And every time they did it, the defense was collapsing. The offense was moving a step in, a step in, a step in. So from that 25 foot, it turned out to be like about 20 feet.
Mitchell Joffroy with his second of the game. So Joffroy with his second, and it's a 7-6 game. We're under 8 minutes to go, and it's Volkov. Volkov gets a step. Good cross check by Martino as he kept him out of the dotted half circle, and now it's Wittig. They'll swing it around to the right side in Sutherland. His shot steered aside by Haynes. Rebound now, racing forward is D'Amico. And Monarchs will pick it up. They've got numbers, 3-on-2. Gay to Zulian, and he wasn't able to pocket that pass. Instead, though, it's picked up, and the Express now will try to move it up. Zach McDonald not able to get it cleanly. Sutherland, though, just ran out of time, and with 7:13 to go, that will take us to our other officials' timeout. We'll be back after the short break. Back to it here in the second quarter after our officials' timeout. Davis, skip pass across. And a good job by Pfeiffer to track that down. Davis behind the net. Buck tucks it in. Nobody does that better than Jordan Dance and Tanner Buck. They have mastered that from behind the net.
And that's a great goal. You got to give him his dues. He did a great job. But defensively, watch the two guys on the crease. They both stand there. Neither one of them goes down to below the line to cut that move off.
And you saw, you're right, Blair Penestrat, he's standing beside
the guy right in front
Nagy,
of the net.
And spectating. And in between time, Tanner Buck tucked it in that far corner. Unscathed. 8-6, Monarchs lead. Off the draw. Gage Board. Gage Board has a step. Good job by Thompson to pop it loose, but a better job to track it down, and now the Monarchs do a good job at Zulian. Zulian, hesitation. Gonna get out of there because he's got some big boys in Volkov, and he gets pushed over the line. So Volkov and Istrat, two tough customers. And Zulian probably should have kept those legs moving.
And we had a good line of that. That wasn't over and back. It was right in front of us.
Express back to work on offense. Wittig, and too much going on in there through the crease. Will give possession to the Monarchs. Now it's D'Amico. D'Amico trying to outrace Chellin. D'Amico, his shot stopped by Nagy. So D'Amico doing a good job attacking. Took advantage of his speed, just wasn't able to beat Lucas Nagy. Jordan Medeiros will give way. And give and go in tight quarters. Good save by Haynes. And now racing the other way is Corbett. Corbett. Menzies slows him up just a bit. Corbett puts on the brakes. Patrick Corbett inside out. Good save there by Nagy. Rebound Williams coming around again. Corbett runs into 2, 3. And finally, they made sure he couldn't do much, but possession will stay right here with the Monarchs.
A little bit too excessive of a push that was uncalled for at that point in time when your goaltender's already got the ball.
Well, Corbett was running rampant, and they felt that they needed to slow him down a tad. Follows, swinging around. Williams been quiet in this first half. Dan Williams, kick it back. The dancer had Corbett wide open. Corbett wasn't able, got handcuffed by the pass, and another penalty going to come here as Dance was roughed up. So the Monarchs will go back to work on the power play if they don't bury one here, and a save by Nagy. So back to the power play. Go Toronto. They're 1 for 1 with a man advantage. Both teams with a power play goal to their credit, 2 for Brampton and 1 for Toronto.
McDonald was out there. It was on his shoulder. Well, it might have been on his shoulder, but it rode right up under his chin. You got to be in control of your stick.
Hey, he didn't have the ball either. That had something to do with it,
Something, I don't know if you noticed it on that play, but somebody must have had a little chat with Mr. Taylor because he was right in front of Nagy about nose to nose with him, and he just put both his hands up in the air and walked away.
Good for him and good for the dancer. Jordan Dance feeling it today. That's his 4th of the game. And second power play marker. These two teams tit for tat.
And again, I mean, here you are. Nobody closes the gap. You know, if you're going to let that guy shoot like that, like we were taught years ago, you swing with the guy's stick, at the guy's stick. If he is going to continue his shot, either your stick's going to stop his shot from finishing, or you're going to hit his stick and it's going to deflect it.
So are you saying then you'd like to see them extend their defense out a little further on a guy like Jordan?
On a situation like that, it's per player. You've got to look at it in that situation.
4:45 to go here, second quarter. 9-6, Monarchs leading. Gage Board fakes the shot, kicks it out. Jeff Roy, he takes it, steered aside by Haynes. Sutherland tracks down the rebound. Fresh clock now, Brampton looking down on the crease. Tough shot, good save, Haynes. Ball loose. Zulian batting for it, winning the battle though, and getting it done was Mikhail Chelin, as he was on the doorstep and hard work clearly paid off.
And there's no doubt in any way, shape, or form. They should only be summed up to hard work. The ball's on the floor. The two of them are working hard. Chelin picked it up, and neither one of the Toronto players picked him up or realized that he had the ball. Get the game back to within 2.
Well, if you saw the reaction from Mitch Zulin, you could tell, because Zulin, with a half-hearted little fish to try to get that loose ball, didn't get it. Chelin did, and it ended up in the back of the net. Off the draw. Scrum in the neutral zone. Ball's still loose right in front of the Monarchs bench, and coming away with it at the Express, but D'Amico will get it back, spin away from a defender, and almost give it right back. Williams, he'll track it down, and Ethier will get a little bit of space to work with now. Under 4 minutes to go. Buck swinging around. Follows. Good defense. Follows, gets a step, tries to let it go, and he does! So Henry Follows, with a defender draped all over him, manages to squeak one by Nagy.
And I guarantee you this is one of those ones that Nagy's going to make the comment that he wants back, because he had this ball and he just lost it. He can't do any more than be out at the top of the crease for that shot. It just bounced the wrong way. What can you say?
I'm just going to say, come on, Lucas, get it together. Let's go. That was a cheap
you're just trying to win friends and influence people.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. You know.
By the way, you're fighting a lost cause.
Yeah, I realize that, and I appreciate your continuous support, as always. Gage board. Chelin. On the curl, going to the backhand was Chelin. 5 on the shot clock. Quick underhand, stopped. Haynes, couple good saves, and that's going to be too many on the floor. So, good call there by official Mark Sands. And that's going to give Toronto a late power play here.
I'm looking at Kevin Haynes in the bench, and I think he's just sitting there going, he didn't realize that the other guy was back here already.
Happens, of course.
Yep.
Half of the regular coaching staff busy with other commitments, so good to have the other two on the team take control. Quick pass, and looking for Pfeiffer on the crease was Buck. And Pfeiffer returns the favor. You can see Toronto feeling it right now. They're whipping that around. Taylor looking to step in. He'll bounce back out, gap that box, look it around. And again, feel it out and pick the corner. So Joel Taylor comes under control now. And when he's not worried about the rough stuff, boy, he's deadly from there.
Yeah, there's no question about it. Like we said off the hop, Brampton has to limit the power play opportunities that the Monarchs get. They have done a pretty good job at this point in time, or up till this point in time, but prime example of how a power play should work is the movement of that ball. Continuous movement. There's no stopping.
You saw that, and when they weren't, they were gapping the box perfectly. That was a well-executed power play by the league's best power play unit. 3 power play goals and 3 opportunities for the Monarchs. Not to be outdone, the Express 2 for 2 with the man advantage. 2.5 to go here, and a 4-goal lead for the home side Monarchs. Davis. He'll skip it over, and it's Follows. Follows looking for some room. Sizes it up, kicks it back out. 10 on the shot clock. Williams on the screen and roll with Corbett. Corbett took a shot right to the head. And that's going to be a penalty, and Horsley can deny it all he wants, but the Monarchs will go back to work with the man advantage, and the Express not helping their own cause.
He's calling this an illegal cross-check, but it sure looked to me like both guys, they may have got him high. I'm not arguing that fact in any way, shape, or form, but it didn't look like a cross-check. It looked like both guys were lifting their sticks to try and knock the ball out of his stick. No question, they probably got him high, but
Oh, no, you're using your glass eye now. That was a high stick as far as I'm concerned. 2:11 to go.
It's hard to have a battle of wits with an unarmed man.
I know, that's what I keep saying, but I'm glad you finally come to grips with that. Taylor working behind the net. They'll get it back out. Taylor will kick it. Pfeiffer, step in, fakes that, uses the backhand instead. 10 on the shot clock. Dance working with Taylor. Taylor not able to get that pass. Dance couldn't fish it off the carpet.
Out.
5, got to hurry. Pfeiffer tries to go over top. Express pick it up, knocked down though by Buck, and Buck knocks it down again. Tanner Buck doing his own forward checking, does a good job single-handedly with a time violation, minute and a half to go. Great work by Tanner Buck. Dance, still he'll work with Taylor. Stepping in, going to the bounce, saved by Nagy. Loose ball, follows, tried to scoop it and go. Crease the call, and a late hit will give possession right back to the Monarchs. So Toronto doing everything right here. The Express struggling just a bit. Taylor bailed out by Dance. Estrad out of position now, got to go to the triangle. Kick down low, quick stick wide of the mark. And wide of the mark, meaning Mark Smith had to duck out of the way of that. 10 on the shot clock. Skip pass. Again. This time it's picked up, and I tell you, running into a wall, McDonald, and he took exception as Jordan Dance took on the big dog and trying to swim his way through, nothing doing there. And the other way, here come the Monarchs. D'Amico is going to be in all alone. D'Amico wide of the mark. Express had it momentarily, gave it right back, so D'Amico with 20 seconds left in the half. So the Monarchs right now just outworking the Express. 15 on the game clock.
I think the Brampton bench is upset there was not a boarding call made there.
That shot wide of the mark. Rebound, Dan Williams. And they might have a legitimate case as Jordan Dance with a heavy hit, but no matter. Dan Williams getting the job done. And a late goal, a big one, 12-7.
Extending that lead to 5, which is not good at this point in time. There's still a lot of time left, but it's good for the Monarchs. I mean, they're playing a great game right now. They're doing what they have to do. They're pressing when they have to, forcing the timeline when they have to, getting back on defense when they have to, and they're shutting the door defensively.
7 seconds left here in the second quarter. And off the draw, quick shot, Volkov wide of the mark, and 30 minutes in the books. We're going to take a break for halftime. We'll be back with the third quarter after this. Coming out of it, Bragg steps into one longboat. Good save. The outlet is tossed down there. This may have a chance. Longboat scores! Jackson Longboat finds the back of the net from his own net. So you could say that was an accident, but it wasn't. And hats off to the veteran, Ryan Masters, as he points down in acknowledgement to Longboat. Longboat, oh, he planned this. That was perfectly placed. To Hopper into the top corner. And for the first time this season, I got to put a goal mark by the goaltender. So Spencer Martin doing a good job. Good individual effort there, working off his man, and the head fakes are what allowed him to roll off, create space, and he puts that one 5-hole on Sam Haynes. And he made it look easy, just bouncing off a defender. And he is a master at being able to use his body to protect the ball and still get a good shot off on the run, as you can see there. Abrams down, and he parked that one just over his shoulder. Tied 2-2, and Just a good piece of quick stick lacrosse right there. Not a whole lot to work with. But boy, that Pfeiffer, he only needs a quick second. Slipped that one just under the arm of Goa Abrams. Just some good work here by Pedwell, as he was initially thought about that crease dive from behind the net, but as you can see, space opened up there and good composure to take his time, size up Haynes, and find that near corner. So the Monarchs dodge a bullet there as we are just under the 5-minute mark opening quarter. Pfeiffer Williams working the right side. Two-man. Thomas, good defense. Jordan Dance, first shot of the game, is stopped. Rebound collected by Corbett. Fresh 30 here for Toronto. Williams skip pass. Block down into Pfeiffer. Tried to inside out that corner and wasn't able to do it. Abrams closed that off. Monarchs working hard, getting the loose balls. Dance looking for someone. Gets a screen. Quick shot. Another good save by Abrams. Ball loose. Buck fishes it out. Tanner Buck, the shovel to Corbett. They've got time. Skip the bounce. Pfeiffer, wrong stick side. Takes a good hard check. Oakley Thomas looking for the dunk. And Tanner Buck. The Buck stopped right there. Beauty heads up play. Give credit to Jordan Dance as Tanner Buck picks up his 15th of the season. But a lot of extra work there. Oakley Thomas with a great job on the cross check. But that ball got to Tanner Buck, and he did exactly what he needed to do. And it looks like it's going to be Jack McAlpine who picks up the first of the game. So McAlpine just doing a good job hovering, and you can see Longboat not even aware. So a good use of the backhand there by McAlpine. Hill dumps it inside. Stats. Good save from Masters. Vern Hill picks it up again from in tight. Another good save. Ryan Masters standing tall here between the pipes. Stats finally. Just took a little off the underhand. You can see here that box inside the dotted half circle definitely have to be at the very least at the top of the dots. Anyone in this league is able to get a lot on a shot from there. Dennis doesn't see a defender on him, saw him at the last second, skips it over. Bragg misplayed that, and Vern Hill ahead of the pack. He's going to get a chance. Vern Hill a breakaway. Vern Hill finally puts one in on a breakaway. How you like me now? 66. About time, 6 breakaways later. You can see there, just a good job, McGregor Allen finding Vern Hill, always quick on the release. And Vern Hill, Sands, Nolan Fair fishing for something there. Get it over. Bradshaw goes to the far side. So Aaron Bradshaw, with some life there, picks up his first goal, number 7 on the season. And more importantly, puts a halt to that 4-goal run by the Snipers and trims the lead now to 5-2.
McDonald. He'll head off to the bench, leaves the ball. Out to the top to Menzies. Menzies cuts through now. Ball into the corner to Sunderland. He circles around to the top. Sunderland finds a hole. Nice fake and scores. And you can see Sunderland finding that hole down to the middle. Nice little fake. And he finds an opening down low. So 1-1. So 3 goals already in the opening 3 minutes. And now Whippy with the ball off the ensuing face-off. Couple fakes. That one goes high and wide as Pfeiffer looking for the top corner, trying to drop it over Nagy. Liam Osborne, a little quick stick to the far side. And the Steelhawks respond right away to restore their lead. That was all started in the back end by the captain, Liam Osborne. You see him bring it up. And then just a nice bury off the quick stick on that far side. You see the strip at the far end. And a 2-on-1. Istrat with the finish as he tiptoes right at the top of the crease, avoiding that line. 3 seconds left to go on the man advantage, which will wipe that penalty out. You see things starting with the captain board. Over to Sunderland, who comes off a pick. And he picks that bottom corner past Crawley. So a 2-goal lead. The big Paris looking for their first lead of the night. There's a chance by Pavic, and he scores. Ryan Pavic finds an opening down the middle, makes a nice fake, and finds the back of the net. You can see Pavic. He's in the middle right now, number 33. He ends up spinning around, gets that ball, makes a nice fake, and goes over top and not.
Welcome back to the Toronto Rock Athletic Center here in Oakville, Ontario, as we continue with Week 13 of the Arena Lacrosse League, third quarter action. And Blair, some of your thoughts, 12-7 in favor of the Monarchs. What did you think of the opening 30 minutes?
I got to give full credit to the Toronto Monarchs. They have played great at both ends of the floor. The transition has been well done, well thought out. I think Brampton right now, I'm not saying it's Brampton's fault. What I'm saying is Toronto's doing a good job of shutting the middle down and not allowing them to get through there.
So Lucas Nagy won't be starting this third quarter. It'll be Cole Martin. Comes in with a 1-0 record. His goals against 10.78 save percentage of .792. So getting a feel, and off the draw, Jonah Bean. He'll bounce off a defender and he'll look to swing it around. Express will look to set things up with Gage Board. So important here, I think, partner, for these Express to get off to a good start here in this quarter. Teeing that up was Chelland on the mark, saved by Haynes. The outlet now will send away Aaron Walker.
But that's not the way to get yourself back into a game from 45 feet out. Sorry, it's just not.
Might have wanted to work something with a bit of a high percentage, and Pfeiffer looking for an opening. He'll kick it back out. They'll swing it around to Dance. Dance always has to head up, backhand pass. Looking for Buck. Buck fished it out, goes around, and Buck tried to dunk it and ran out of real estate. Back the other way come the Express. Board. Wittig. And Board worked the left side. Wittig turns the corner. Quick shot. Knocked down, though, by Stoller. Looking in tight. Wittig. Welcome back to the Arena Lacrosse League. Second goal in his second game back.
And if Brampton wants to get back into this game, that's the guy they got to get going. But there was a delayed penalty on that play. Brampton had the ball. Wittig does great here. He just fills into the slot, and nobody picks him up. Look at that, 4 guys around him, and nobody lays a stick on him.
That's a whole lot of watching.
But there was a delayed penalty up there, so Brampton would have gone to a power play. On second thought, they'll take the goal every time.
They sure will. Off the draw. Heidecker pinned by McDonald and Beam. Cromer in there trying to create some space, pushing him over the goal line, and they get it over to Follows. Follows trying to split 2. Had that stopped in a hurry by Estrat. And now McDonald will work it up over the timeline. So the Express first on the board here in this third quarter, much needed. We'll see if they can't put together a bit of a run. Sutherland looking for an opening. You can see he's settled in. Quick shot, saved by Haynes. Rebound, what a save by Haynes. Oh, put the basket up high. And some robbery from in tight will give the Monarchs possession here on offense. Pfeiffer looking for that far corner. Rebound by Buck. So Cole Martin tested right off the bat.
Corbett had to, Corbett? No, it was Davis had to make sure he got the heck out of the way behind there.
Had to use some fancy footwork. Jeffroy, his shot right on, saved by Haynes. Another 30 to work with here for the Express, who have come out with a little bit of jump to their step. Wittig ducks in. Wittig goes for the dive. Good save by Haynes. So creased the call, but Haynes did a good job making a stick save now, and the Monarchs get it over the timeline, and Thompson will give way to the offense. Corbett. Williams, one-on-one. To a cutter, Follows. What a save right back by Nagy. And I stand corrected. Martin. Picked up. Monarchs winning the battles to the loose balls as Cole Martin has stood tall in the early going, taking over here in this third quarter. Corbett. Dance. Quick shot, had it knocked down, and that's going to go the other way. So possession to the Express. Volkov puts on the Jets, gets by Corbett. Hesitates, goes to the net. Volkov diving, another good save by Haynes. Back the other way come the Monarchs. Ethier, he puts on the brakes. He'll flip, and now it's Salinas.
But once again, that's something if you're trying to get back into this game, you don't do that. You did the right thing, you stopped the first time, then you went back again. You got to let your offense out.
Tanner Buckshot, and Salinas gets the rebound. 5 in the shot clock, gonna have to hurry. Pfeiffer goes behind the net, flips, give and go. Great play, but ran out of time. And now here comes Board. One-on-one. Has Sutherland jumping in the rush. Sutherland picks the corner. Zach Sutherland has made it a 12-9 game.
That is how you run a fast break. Absolutely two-letter perfection. Ball gets up. Gage realizes that he's got one guy coming off the bench, and he slowed up enough to let him catch up to him instead of trying to take the ball to the bench, and gave the guy a great feed.
Sutherland with his third of the game. He's got 35 goals on the season, and there isn't a whole lot that number 42 Gage Board doesn't do for this Brampton team. As he again, the consummate. Off the draw, possession to the Monarchs here. So the Express have closed the gap now to within 3. Monarchs looking to answer. Pfeiffer swinging around, it's Dance. Dance gets a step and a screen. Walks right in, but wide of the mark. That ball not able to get it was Pfeiffer, and back comes Medeiros. Medeiros has Horsley jumping in the rush. Feeds Horsley. Bounce shot, too much. Bounce to that ounce. Goes out of play, and possession back to Toronto. Pfeiffer. He'll ease into that right spot, one-on-one. And right off the bat, that check right on the neck. And Zach McDonald is going to go, and you look at it, I don't think he intended to crack him in the neck. I think just the height-wise, when he extends his arm, that's right about neck height. So that's a 5-minute major.
No. And you even said it yourself. There was no intent there. I mean, that's a big guy and a little guy. I mean, what are you going to do?
Yeah, and that's the case. So an extended power play opportunity here for the Monarchs. A chance to go right back to work, and Pfeiffer was trying to feather that one into the far corner as we're under the 10-minute mark. Taylor swinging around, Dance. They'll work it, Buck, skip, fight, quick stick finish. Oh, the Fife dog, and he's inching closer and closer to that milestone, Blair.
Yep, that he is. But once again, Brampton's done a great job all game of cutting that pass or cutting that quick stick off. This time they didn't get to it, and that puts Mr. Pfeiffer at 99 points for the year with the first chance of being the first 100-point man in the league history.
Impressive to say the least, as Pfeiffer has done a little of everything here, and still plenty of time with 4:37 to go in the penalty. So the Monarchs could actually pocket a couple of power play goals on this. Beam is going to look to kill at least 30 of those seconds, working with Gage Board. Monarchs will be in no rush here to put on any pressure, as we are at the 9.5-minute mark, third quarter. 10 on the shot clock. Board. Chullen steps back, and Chullen scores.
Whoops.
So caught Sam Haynes watching the paint dry, and Chullen picks up his second of the game.
Sorry I said no. But, I mean, this is like a 50-foot shot, and it's just, it bounced outside the crease, and the goaltender got caught going down, and the ball got caught going up.
So you get one and you give up one. And 4:07 left in the penalty. So the Express do a good job to answer. Now here's Follows. He'll work it to Buck. Sniffed the give and go, thought better of it. And now Dance will settle it down here, and they'll wait for that final piece, which is Taylor. Expect everyone to get a touch here. Dance. Slide over. Parker. Pfeiffer just picked up
100.
Another assist. Tanner Buck will pick up the goal. So second power play goal on this 5-minute major. And I tell you, the Fife Dog getting it done. 100 points, the first in Arena Lacrosse League history.
It's 5-on-5 now. That's the end of the power play, so
two
to
goals
speak.
The max.
Yep.
And You can see, but I still see McDonald in. So McDonald will, serve the
He
remainder?
has to serve the remainder of the 5.
But they're not short, okay?
Yes.
So off the draw, Volkov. Good job, finds Estrad, and a good save by Haynes as he's on his back and got a little help from his friends.
That was almost the third one we've seen a goalie make a save on, and it just roll over the line by him.
Zulian does a good job to play the short hop. He'll retreat, and it's Williams. 8.5 to go. 4-goal lead for the Monarchs. Pfeiffer will swing it around, dance. They'll work it to Davis. Davis, good no-look pass. Williams, great ball movement by these Monarchs. Got to hurry. 2 on the shot clock. That's going to go over the timeline. Violation, and it'll be possession to the Express. Ryan Campbell's been awfully quiet here in this game. They're going to need a little something from him. Campbell had his stick checked at the last minute, and it looks like it will stay the same way. Monarchs protesting every call. He didn't throw it in the gondola on his own. They're saying it didn't touch a stick, but Winnick, quick shot right in the breadbasket, and looks like Salinas is going to head right to the penalty box. Illegal cross-check. That will give the Express their first power play opportunity of this second half.
And you can't really blame the Brampton bench for screaming for a 5 when they just had one called against them. Not saying it was a 5-minute player, but I'm just saying you can't blame them for trying.
There's always all kind of screaming. Save your tears for another day. Back to work on the power play. Everyone gets a touch. Kick back out. Sutherland, good fake. Goes to the bounce, wide of the mark, and that goes out of play. Little surprise, Blair. I see Ryan Campbell sort of playing down on that left crease, and usually he's a master facilitator. So
well,
I
think what they're trying to do is utilize that quick pass, the quick release down on the crease that is used by Toronto.
Pfeiffer teeters on the line. He continues to battle, almost scooped that up. Jeff Roy puts the body on him, and Express had it, but Buck fishes it back. Minute 15 to go in the penalty, and that's going to be a possession, but that will take us right to our officials' timeout. 7:05 to play. We'll be back with more from the third quarter. Back here after our officials' timeout. Just some notes, of course, we told you about what Parker Pfeiffer's done. Equally impressive Tanner Buck as Sutherland tiptoes around that crease area. Plenty of time. Jaminski not able to pocket that. Tanner Buck with 3 goals, 5 assists, so 8 points so far. Jeff Roy missed that one well wide of the mark, goes into the Monarchs bench, and possession will go up the other way. 48 seconds left in the man short for the Monarchs.
The only thing I'd say about Brampton's power play is if you're going to utilize and move your setup guy down to the crease, you better be using him down there.
Well, I've just felt that he's been awfully quiet down in that crease area when his strength is usually his ability to see the floor. That's an interference call.
Except it was his own guy that pushed him.
Monarchs will look to burn some clock. Just 20 seconds left here. As
1 second difference.
Inch toward the 6-minute mark. Pfeiffer trying to get a step. 10 on the shot clock. He's going to try to play his own carom. Interesting choice there, and now it's Gage Board. He's one guy that could pull that off for sure. And they'll swing it around. Penalty over. Team's back to 5 aside. Wittig. Kick over. Sutherland looking down on the crease. Gage Board. Good save by Haynes. And no reset. I thought that caught some
it went off
iron.
the stick.
And a flip out. Apparently you and I are the only ones that thought so. Nobody else did, and possession will go to the Monarchs.
I swear that went off the end of his stick.
Well, I might have caught the reflection off my glass eye, never mind. As Williams now. Working the right side, kick over. Buck gets some room, tries to go far corner. Nothing doing there.
I was told you're a perfect ref. You're deaf in one ear and blind in one eye.
Listen, stop trying to crack jokes on the air, all right? Let the professionals handle that, please. Okay? Dance with a shot, rung it off the crossbar. Taylor does a good job to play that carom. And a fresh clock here. Dance looking for a step. Gets one, goes to the far side, was looking for Williams, and good effort by Taylor. Couldn't keep it on the right side, but defensively positioned right there against Estrat. And numbers back for the Monarchs. Campbell heads right down to that left side crease. And Chullen ran into a wall in Campbell Parker. Parker all over. Sutherland peels out. 10 on the shot clock. That one goes off the post. And Campbell Parker. And it looks like Chullen have to be separated, and those two may have to go grab a breather.
They'll be sitting for 2 or less.
Chullen will waste no time. Campbell Parker, though, is headed to the bench. And
somebody's got to go pick up Chullen's stick.
well, I think Campbell Parker tried to play the innocent bystander role. Nothing doing there. Officials all over that. And you're right. So Sutherland does just that, and Mikael Chullen gets his tool, and we will continue with 5-on-5 lacrosse. 4:22 to go, 4-goal lead for the Monarchs. Jeffroy working one-on-one, spins off one, goes to the shot wide of the mark, and that one took a tricky hop. And D'Amico racing, and Thompson backs him up. Thompson tucks it in, and Thompson almost put it in the far side, but Martin sprawled out and made the save. Jeffroy will work it down, and it's Wittig. You can see Wittig going to be a nice fit for this Express team once he gets comfortable. This is just his second game. And too much going on in there, as there was a whole lot of screening going on, not a lot of rolling. Monarchs now picking up the pace here. Pfeiffer slides it looking for Corbett. Corbett's been quiet in this game. Does a good job there to take it away from Volkov. Skip pass now, and it's Buck working with Follows. Close quarters, Follows had a shot from point blank, but Martin able to be in the right place, right time to make the save. And now it's Campbell. Campbell ducks by one, and good check. May have got caught up on the footing. Haynes still had to make a good save. And now it's Corbett.
Joffrey's got to have that ball on that loose one, especially in a game like this.
Davis Thought about it, sent it over to Dance. Dance, just cash, goes for a good hard shot, stopped by Martin. I tell you, Jordan Dance makes beating a guy look easy, as now it'll be Jerminski. Jerminski, Walker on him. Good job on the rotation by the Monarchs. Wittick filters late, looking for Jerminski, nothing doing there. Salinas has it now. He's going to tiptoe over the toe line, has numbers. And Salinas with Williams, he'll think better of it. And he'll pull it out, give way to Pfeiffer. Williams, kick. Buck with some room. Buck, beautiful fake, had follows, couldn't connect. Salinas picks it up, 6 on the shot clock. Pfeiffer feathers it over, tried to quick stick finish with Buck, couldn't connect. That one gets shoveled toward the net. And possession will stay right here now with the Express. Campbell ducks by Zulian, gets by another defender, wrong stick side, kicks it back out. Jerminski recovers, takes a bit of a high stick, gets it back to Campbell, has room. Campbell tried to stuff it in. And Haynes did a good job to close it off, still loose. And that'll be a violation. Possession will go to the Monarchs. 1:25 left here in this third quarter. D'Amico. Corbett now will set things up. Out there with Taylor, Davis, and Dance. Corbett kicks it back out. Follows. Takes a check. He'll bounce around. Gets it to Dance. And too much on that screen and roll. Possession the other way to the Express. We're into the final minute of play here, third quarter. Board. Gage Board gets a screen. Lets it go, and a good save by Haynes. It'll stay right here with the black and gold. Menzies. Express could use a little something out of Cody Menzies at some time, as Board now. On the roll, Wittig, and Wittig clearly in the crease there. 41 seconds left on the game clock. Here come the Monarchs, looking for a late one. Leading 14-10. Williams. Trying to turn the corner, kicks it back out, 15 on the shot clock, 10-second differential. Follows. Skip, looking for Pfeiffer. Gets the roll, has Williams. Couldn't collect that, but a late hit from Estrat will give a fresh clock, 16.6 to go in the quarter.
It's a tough one to do, but it's a check you got to make. You got to make it. Because if that ever goes in the stick, he's got a wide open lane to the net.
6 on the game clock. Going to have to hurry here. Pfeiffer, Williams, 2. And I think waited just a bit too long to try to execute a play, and 3 quarters in the books. 14-10. We'll be back with what should be an exciting fourth. All locked and loaded for this fourth quarter. Just a reminder, the Express come in with a 9-2 record. They have won 5 straight. The Monarchs, a 10-2 record. They have won 7 straight. So something definitely has to give here, and right now the Monarchs are in control, leading by 4, but off the draw, Jonah Beam and the Express with possession here. Got off to a good start in the third quarter, but weren't able to follow it up with back-to-back-to-backs, and on the run there, that one wide of the mark will go out of bounds, and possession back to the Monarchs. So maybe not the shot that either of the coaches wanted from the Express on that possession. Taylor with McDonald on him. Taylor swims his way through. Taylor has room, goes to the bounce off the post. And that will go out of play. Possession right here will stay with the goal and Burgundy. Pfeiffer allowed to tiptoe all the way over. Took a hit from McDonald. Gets it over. Follows. Down low. Quick stick. What a finish. I don't even know how the Fife Dogs snuck in there like that.
Nobody bothered to switch off with McDonald right here at the top. Right there, Pfeiffer goes down the job. Whoever right there should have switched and gone down to him, but he was so interested and intent on playing his own man.
Fourth of the game for Pfeiffer, and clearly over the 100-point mark. And he just continues to impress. Monarchs now, and it's Zulian. Zulian got trapped the last time, going to have to use his wheels this time and makes a better decision. Gets it around Martino. They'll filter it over to Pfeiffer. He'll kick it back out to Dance. 5-goal lead for the Monarchs. They are in the driver's seat. Give and go, quick shot, knocked down. Good job defensively by Beam, and now he'll send away Estrat. Estrat's got to provide a bit of a spark for this Brampton team. Campbell, great job to play that carom. Looking for something. Didn't have the numbers, and he'll get it to Menzies, who will work it right back to Campbell. Menzies on the cut. Good defense by D'Amico, who has blazing speed, and he'll race it into the offensive zone.
But there's a situation right there where Estrat should have seen Campbell coming off the bench and giving him the ball. Instead, he tries to take the shot from 30 feet out. There's the difference right now in the two teams.
Going airborne was Pfeiffer and took off, clipped a bit of that crease line, and the Express now will look to counter the other way with McDonald. Thompson going to bother him. Does a good job to get it over to Chullin. Chullin will work it. They'll bring it around to Sutherland on the right side. Good skipping on the passes and trying to find something is Jeffroy. Has his stick checked, and that's going to stay that way. And same argument.
They've got an argument on that one.
I thought the other one was the same, and point play, Jeffroy. So they take advantage of it. And I say that if you gave it to one, you give it to the other. It cancels itself off.
Yep. And checks and balances.
Right, and give Jeffroy some credit.
He got to an open spot inside the prime shooting area, and a great job in seeing him and getting the ball to him.
Jeffroy with his third goal of the game. So he's definitely stepped up here. And off the draw, it's Beam. Beam hesitates, curls back, and he's going to continue through. Tries to go for the dunk, and that was a crease call as well. I wouldn't say that that's something that Jonah Beam's got in his arsenal on the regular anyway, as we're under 12 minutes to go here. Fourth quarter. And a delayed penalty coming to the Express. So Haynes hustles off, extra attacker on. And Davis, send it over. Skip follows, tried the underhand, and that was well off the mark. So follows certainly not having his best game, to say the least, but
This is something I don't understand about teams. You've already got the penalty. Why bother going off the floor? Stay there. You already got the penalty.
Well, I mean, it seems to make perfect sense, Blair, but apparently they've been doing that for years, that whole running the goalie thing. So I don't know what else to tell you except that this Monarchs power play has been outstanding. 5 goals on a power play, and that shot attempt. Great job to shoot it back by Pfeiffer, who has done a little everything here today. Swinging around. Kick it back out. Buck. Skip pass looking for Taylor. Bailed out though. Pfeiffer spins around. Kick it out. Dance shot. Dance finish. So the Fife Dog feeding the world. The dancer answering. And the Monarchs with a 16-11 lead.
The biggest problem in this situation for Brampton in this situation, you should have had that ball on the crease when it was loose. It was in your goalie, so your goalie, get it back to the goalie, it's in the crease. But after that, Toronto does what Toronto does best. They get the ball, they move the ball out, they move the ball to the open guy, and the open guy gets the shot. Pretty simple game when you do it like that.
Well, the way you tell it, yeah. Have to agree. We're under 11 minutes to go. The Express trying to mount something. They need back-to-backers to get back in it, but they're only down 5, plenty of time. Zulian, with a burst of speed. He'll pull out, and Martino will tell him, hey, let's let the offense do what they do, and it's Corbett. Pfeiffer has been deadly. Davis. Good skip. Dan Williams goes to the bounce. Easy save made there by Martin. Made that one look easy anyway. And now McDonald will pull up short. D'Amico on him. Good pressure. Flip. Sutherland. Sutherland getting a step on Salinas. Kicked it back out. Bad pass. Jeffroy will bail him. 5 in a shot clock. Going to have to hurry. Skip pass. Sutherland. And too many on the floor is going to be the call. So it looks like the Express not helping their own cause. As they will allow the Monarchs.
Somebody on the back door is opening it too early and letting somebody out before everybody comes. I guess they thought somebody was coming. Oh, here you go. There you go again.
And another finish. So
guess who?
Come on, it's the dog, the Fife Dog, leading the way again.
From guess who?
These guys have been unbelievable. 5
From number 23
total.
on the other side.
And you can tell Dancer doing his thing. That combo has been
quick stick.
Outstanding. 8 power play goals for the Monarchs in this game. So if discipline, if you wanted to assess this game, and you could tell getting a little feisty there as Campbell Parker's been in the middle of a few things, as has Zach McDonald. And McDonald clearly with a size advantage. But I tell you, Campbell Parker not going to back down really from anyone. And I think both of them will grab a seat and think about what they've done. Not the first time either of them have been in the box today.
And it probably won't be the last. And I don't just mean today.
You know how I hate to say you're right about anything, but you might be right about that.
Except somebody from the Monarchs picked up his stick.
That's the only difference. Oh.
And took it to their bench.
They took it to their bench today, so they had to get it back. No, you can't confiscate it and sell it on eBay. Won't work that way. So you can see McDonald making sure it's in working order. You don't know what's going to happen when your stick ends up in the opponent's bench.
I would never do anything like that.
You so resemble that remark, sir, that I don't even know if I have to continue with that. Because
Did you notice how daintily I said that?
Listen, you don't do anything daintily, okay? And stop making up your own words, all right? Just because you had a birthday, just because you recently had a birthday doesn't mean you can do what you want, all right? Dance will work with Buck, and this potent Monarchs offense has been on display here. That shot deflected and was a bit of a knuckleball. Express will pick it up and move it up its board. Board draws a double team. He's going to slide through 2 defenders and get some relief. Closing in on a 9-minute mark. 6-point lead. 6-goal lead here. And the Monarchs again close it up on defense. Thompson. Backdoor. Williams has Davis with him. But time on the side now with the Monarchs. They'll be in no rush here.
Oh, no.
Davis. And a beauty feed and a better finish. So the Fife Dog back to the dancer. And these two are just having themselves a good old time.
And you just can't stop an absolutely perfect pick, because all Dancer does is sit down and push Thomas McDonald away from, not McDonald, I think it was Mike Chullen, pushes Chullen away from him, steps back away. Nobody calls anything. Right now there's absolutely zero talking on Brampton's defense.
Well, communication, of course, Blair, vital on defense. And it's tough. You talk about that, but when you got guys that have the quickness of Dance and Follows and Pfeiffer, you have to be continuously talking so that guys know where they are at all times. And not quite sure. McDonald is exiting stage left. Not sure what
I don't know what it is either.
What the issue is, but either way, it's an 18-11 game. So Parker Pfeiffer's got 5 goals. Jordan Dance has 6. That's 11 of the team's 18. And chipping in, Tanner Buck's got 3. Joel Taylor's got 2. Estrad swinging around Menzies. Menzies kick it back, long shot. Jeff Roy wide of the mark. Going to be a race for it. Heidecker does a good job to stick check. And that's an over and back call. And that'll be possession to Toronto. 8 minutes to go here. And you can see Toronto just taking their time now, Blair. No need to be in any kind of hurry.
Nope.
Williams swinging around Buck. Buck with Follows. Buck underhand. Easy save made by Martin, and now it's going to be the Express over the timeline. Medeiros. Board will work it behind the net. Kick it back out. Whitting. Good fake. Ducks in. Quick shot wide. Sutherland gathers that rebound. 10 on the shot clock. Menzies with Zulian on him. He'll kick it back. Board looking for some room. Got to hurry. 3 on the shot clock, and Sutherland and Thompson. And Thompson's slow to get up. Sutherland has a few choice words, so he's clearly...
No, I think Sutherland took a little bit of a high stick from him prior to that. Very, very light high stick, by the way, and he probably just took offense to it and got a little ticked the way the game's going, and enough's enough.
Well,
I hope this isn't what I think it is. Oh, it's only a 2. I thought he might have got a 5-minute spearing penalty here.
Well, you see a whole lot. 7-11. We're going to take a quick break with our officials' timeout. Don't go away. back here, and Blair, we can explain the exit stage left from McDonald.
I just checked with the management from Brampton themselves, and thank you to our staff here for being correct on that and picking up on it. But that was his fifth penalty, and I guess 5's enough. Bob's your uncle.
You know, people say that, but what if you do have an Uncle Bob? Now he's
I
mad.
do.
Now, and he's mad, right? Because you just brought him in
Frankly,
for no reason.
Scarlett.
You know, no one has an Uncle Blair, right? Nobody.
They threw the
that's
mold
right.
away,
Yeah,
buddy.
yeah.
They threw the mold
Oh,
away.
Thank goodness.
Why improve on
they
perfection?
Took it away. They didn't throw it
Why
away.
improve
they
on
took
perfection?
That thing away. Speaking of perfection, going back to work, Pfeiffer's shot on target, stopped by Martin. Under 7 minutes to go here, so a bit of a mountain to climb for the Express as they again are short. So they'll look to burn some clock here. Ninth power play of the game for this Monarchs team, and they've only had one power play opportunity where they haven't pocketed a goal. And now they'll be very deliberate here. Same unit out there. Buck follows on the left side. Dance at the top, and Taylor and Pfeiffer on that right side. Dance fighting for the loose ball with Gage Board. Gage Board has Istrat wide open. Istrat wide of the net. And not sure why he didn't pick up that loose ball.
He would have been called for going through the crease.
Went through the crease. So a good play on his part. That would have been a 0-0, and now the Monarchs will set up again with 25 seconds to go into man advantage.
And Brampton right now is missing two guys off their short man. There you go. Guess who?
Well, making it a habit is Parker Pfeiffer. Goal number 6.
Did you just call him a hobbit?
What's that?
Did you just call him a hobbit?
Absolutely not. He doesn't play like a hobbit.
I
His
thought
name's
you were
not
making
Frodo.
reference to his height or something.
No, come on now. Come on. Us two vertically challenged guys in the booth, we don't make fun of guys' height.
And I would never do that.
I said making a
I'll
habit.
tell you what. Oh, habit. I'm sorry.
Yes.
But I'll
Different
tell you
than
what.
Hobbit.
I'll tell you what. I
Right.
would take 15 guys
Hobbits?
Piper size with his work ethic.
Okay.
100%.
Agree, without a doubt. The skill level isn't too bad either. The work ethic's definitely there.
Oh.
The skill level off the charts as well.
The work ethic's on another level.
So another power play goal for the Monarchs. 9 of 10 with the man advantage, and they've given up a shorty, and they've gotten 2 on 1 5-minute major. So as we're in week 13 here, there's only 14 to the regular season and the playoffs, so might be a good idea to keep an eye on these guys. So 12 points in the game right now for Parker Pfeiffer. And I'd say that's crazy talk, but no, it isn't. We do want to remind our viewers that wrapping up week 13 in the Arena Lacrosse League tomorrow, doubleheader at the Iroquois Lacrosse Arena. It'll be the Paris River Wolves and the Ohsweken Bears, followed by the Whitby Steelhawks and the Six Nations Snipers, and Gage Board
Picks up his first of the night.
And he definitely could have used a little more from him. Ryan Campbell also quiet, but sometimes it's just not your day.
It's not so much what you're doing, it's what the defense is doing to you. And realistically, they've done a heck of a job on Ryan, denying him, keeping him outside. They've done a good job on Board on Gage, forcing Gage to the outside. And everything has been from the outside.
Well, I think you're right. I think it's been more so what the Monarchs have done and not so much about what those two guys haven't done. As the Monarchs have executed their game plan perfectly here. The offense has been tight and very efficient, as has the defense. And coming into it, I know the defense, they always talk about their defense matching the offense. Hard to do, but in this case, I think it's safe to say that the defense has definitely stepped up and continue to battle as follows. And that's going to be a violation. 3:43 to go here. And it looks like the Monarchs are going to extend their win streak to 8 games. And Brampton may see their win streak of 5 halted. On the give and go, good catch by Jaminski. Flip back out. Estrat on the run. So Penn Estrat with his first of the game. He's got 17 in the season. And give Brampton some credit, still fighting till the end, and that's the way it should be, Blair.
Yeah, but kind of a weak pass out here, but just a quick little underhand, and that's one of those where the goaltender would like it have it back. But I noticed Brampton right now, they've lost McDonald for whatever reason, and I see Volkov standing at the side of the bench. So there's 2 of their big defenders, and especially on the power play.
So it looks like McDonald was actually given a roughing and a game misconduct on that play. Good pass, and how about that finish? So Gage Board with the finish on a good pass from Jonah Bean.
Timeout here to the Monarchs. And I think that's what you'd call a smart timeout. You and I have both seen 5-6 goals scored in a minute and a half in this game.
Well, I thought I was a little premature on putting an end to somebody's win streak, and as soon as I did, Brampton's got back-to-back goals for the first time in this game. So be interesting to see here. We know 5 goals in 3:14 is more than doable in this sport. So it'll be interesting to see what. So now let's. You're the coaching staff for the Monarchs. What are you telling your squad? As it 5-minute major going up for high sticking. So, boy, interesting development there as Ethier. And I didn't see what he did, Blair.
This is news to me.
But I'll tell you, the 3-minute
I
stripe certainly did.
I have no idea where this came from. Unless it had to be, maybe it was on the goal. I don't know. But I'll tell you.
Focus. Boy, oh boy. 3:14 to go. 5-minute major to Ethier. It's a 5-goal lead for the Monarchs, who have specialized in pulling the carpet out from under teams. And now the Express have some life.
They've got a chance to get this to within 3.
Sutherland working with Campbell, and I tell you, it'd be a good time for Campbell to step up. That loose ball, though. And Campbell does a good job, but got no help. Looking a little tired there, Blair, on that sequence, as that loose ball was important for Brampton. And now it's Corbett. Corbett splits 2 with the swim, fakes the pass, bounces off another, fakes the flip, still has it, and finally draws a penalty. So Patrick Corbett, the cagey vet, held on to it long enough and goaded hoarsely.
Corbett's going for unsportsmanlike conduct as well. He's got them both.
Well, that's not the best decision by Patrick Corbett. Figuring if you just be quiet. Instead, he nullifies what would have nullified at least 2 minutes of that power play. Instead now, I believe it should be 4-on-3.
No, they nullify each other.
So it's 5-on-4.
Yeah, the 2 penalties nullify each other, so it remains 5-on-4.
Pfeiffer out there working with Thompson. They're spreading the floor. And Thompson almost got knocked over the timeline, keeps the legs going. McDonald with a hard hit. Jars it loose, And the Express now gather it. It's Board. Gage Board. They don't have a whole lot of time. We're into the 2-minute warning. Brampton going to have a sense of urgency. Campbell's shot blocked. Swing over. Estrat. Dump down. Board. And that's a check from behind. Got away with it. Board fishes it back out. Tried to go down was Estrat. It goes off of Haynes. And no call there. They said his shot was wide. Williams now will work it with just over a minute and a half. Williams pinned up against the boards, triple teamed, still has it, dumps it out looking for Buck. Instead now it's Estrat. Looking for the back door. Don't have time to wait for everything. Gonna have to hurry here. Sutherland dumps it down low. Kick back out. Campbell. Sutherland. That one well wide. And out of play with 1:05 to go. D'Amico has it in his jersey. Took a hit from McDonald. And now it's Medeiros. So into the final minute here, and it looks like the Monarchs are going to extend their win streak to a league best 8. The Express will have their win streak halted at 5. Final 40 seconds here. And in the meantime, that's going to get blown down as you can see Adam Cromer in there mixing it up.
Yeah, but why would you start mixing it up when the guy turns his back and you pushed him down? You're going to mix it up, go face to face. Right now, just throw them both down to the dressing room and say goodnight, Dick.
I think that might be a good idea. Either way, they will be done for the final 32.8 seconds. And probably best just to let this one ride out. Although, expect the Express to keep going. That scoreboard lit up like a Christmas tree. And Monarchs have to get at least one off. 5-on-3 for 30 seconds. Now, I don't know. I haven't seen the Red Sea parted, so it's going to take a miracle here. Wittig. Sutherland looking for Wittig. Gets that corral, and that missed pass there is going to pretty much do it. Game clock now at 12. Sutherland going to get a shot here, though. Dumps it down, up, down, off the crossbar. Rebound and dying seconds here. And a quick stick finish. So good on the Express for staying strong till the end. Sutherland feeds Wittig for his second of the game. So expect that combination to only get better as we roll into the playoffs. And it's 19-15 with just 1 second left.
You know what? Both teams should just kind of stand there and let it go and just...
That looks like the case here as so just to make it official. And that 1 second will go off the clock, and that will do it. An outstanding ball game when you look at it, Blair. Just some of your final thoughts on the two top teams in the league.
Welcome to the Jordan Dance Parker Pfeiffer show. 12 out of 19 goals. That's kind of hard to beat. And the unfortunate thing with Brampton's setup, they tried to use that crease. They couldn't get that pass to work, and that cost them. They didn't get guys off the floor when they did. And as I said right off the hop, the biggest thing that the Monarchs had to do was keep doing what they did, is work hard and be smart.
So the Monarchs improve now to 11-2. They sit atop the standings. They have now won 8 straight. The Express fall to 9-3. Second spot, their win streak done at 5. Doubleheader tomorrow. to round out Week 13 in the Arena Lacrosse League. 1 p.m. Paris, Oshweekend, 4 p.m. Whitby Six Nations. That's going to do it for us. On behalf of JVI Productions, my partner Blair Campbell, I'm Lance Wynn. Always remember, here in the All, every child matters. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow.